Morning, everybody. Carrie Schmidt house, out here at our property this morning. Got a few little issues that I want to do. Little projects I need to take care of. One of them is here by our well. We have a water trough here for the cows that my cousin's cows. They lease the grazing here from us, so we have a trough here for the cows, even though there's other water sources on the place. I like to keep water here. But anyway, she texted me here a couple of weeks ago and said something was wrong. The trough was empty, the storage tank was empty, and she didn't know what the problem was. And as she looked around, she noticed the water trough, it's got a little plug on the bottom of it, little call it bulkhead fitting down there on the bottom. It had it was broken. It looked like a cow had maybe stepped on the plug that comes out of the end of it and broke it off. So I came up and replaced that. Here's the fitting I put on there, the new one. And what I didn't use a regular bulkhead fitting. I went to Lowe's and I was going to get one, but there's an old guy that works there in the Lowe's in Kerrville. Man, this old guy's always so helpful. You always see him in the plumbing area. And I was walking up there and he asked if he could help me, and I told him I needed a bulkhead fitting, and he pointed them out to me. And as I was standing there looking at him, and he questioned me more, and he said, well, what do you got? What kind of issue do you have? And I told him I had a metal water trough, and mine was broke, and I noticed those bulkhead fittings they had, it said for poly tanks. And he said, well, these will work on there. He said, but I can save you a lot of money. I can tell you what I do on mine. He said, follow me. So we walked over to the electrical aisle, and he reaches down and he said, here, you just use one of these electrical fittings. They're watertight. They're for your exterior meter box, breaker box. Got a rubber seal on them. He said, just get this and get you a PVC plug, put you some pipe dope on there, screw it in there. He said, I do that on mine. And he said, they've been in there for years and I never had any trouble, and they're way cheaper than those bulkhead fittings. So man, great. So I did that and it works perfect. That old guy that works there has been there for years, and he's always very helpful. I don't know what's going to happen when he's gone. I'm going to miss him. He's helped me on so many things. So shout out to I believe his name was Kenneth at Kerrville Lowe's store. He's always working over there in the plumbing area. I believe his name's Kenneth. He walks with a limp. Really, really nice old guy. Anyway, so what I want to do today here, I want to drain this trough. That's what they always look like. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of stuff on social media about water troughs being perfectly clean, and that's just crazy. Those cows drink this water, and cows, sheep, deer, whatever, and they don't have any issues. Vets come in, they're constantly checking those cattle, and they work the cattle once a year and give them all the shots and vaccines and everything, and they're not going to have any issues. But anyway, I need to drain this tank today. The problem is, if you look around here, there's old black dirt. It erodes and gets wet, and no grass grows here because the cows trample it down. So I want to dig some of this out. I want to dig some of this black dirt out, and I'm going to replace it with some caliche. One, to solve that erosion problem here, but the main reason is I need some black dirt for a raised bed garden at the house. And when we get our new shed built, I want to put a little topsoil around it, some kind of dirt around it, and this will work. This will work for that. Got a few rocks in it, but that's not a big deal. I can pick those out. So I'm going to drain this and get my skid steer over here and dig this out. Okay, I'm gonna let that water run away a little bit. Then I'll start digging this out. Kind of this area where no grass is growing. Kind of where the cows stand when they drink. We'll dig that out and come back with some caliche, fill it back in, maybe build it up a little bit, and it'll be a little nicer. It won't be standing in the mud when they're drinking, and won't have so much erosion, hopefully. Doesn't take long for an old man to get hot out here. Totally out of shape, winded from a little bit of shoveling. It's embarrassing. But I am losing weight. Down 15 pounds. And I start to feel it a little bit. Getting a little better. Knees not bothering me as much as it used to. Excited to lose another 15. Okay, that's good enough. I'm gonna start digging. Okay, I'm gonna call that good. I'm gonna go see if I can scrounge up some caliche and start piss-anting it over here. Roll this back in, roll it down, and put our trough back, and we'll be good. Got a little nice little pile of dirt. Take that home and use that around the shed when it's built, and even use some of it from our little raised bed garden. Kind of a clay stuff. It's probably not the best garden soil, but I can amend this with the chicken manure I have, and I think it'll be just fine. Okay, gonna get with it. Well, it's the second day of my little project here on the water trough. I had some issues yesterday. I didn't film them all, but lost power on my skid steer, and the fuel filter was clogged up. So called in the local auto parts store, and they didn't have any, but the guy said I can have one here at 3 o'clock this afternoon. So I said, yeah, go ahead and send it, and went and picked that up. By then I had other things to do, and I wasn't able to get back out here and finish this. So I'm back out this morning. Got the fuel filter put in. Machine seems to be running great, so I'm gonna take off and finish hauling in. Let me show you what I got done yesterday. So this is what I got hauled in yesterday. I'm gonna need a few more buckets, probably, I don't know, 2-3 more at least. Spread it out, roll it down a little bit, and then we'll set our trough back on there, cook everything up, and make the cows happy. Yeah, I got the skid steer idling, running good right now. So, well, got the caliche knocked down and kind of rolled down a little bit. Got the trough, I set it back up, and we're now in the process of filling it up. Take a little bit to fill it. Put a little bit of black dirt around the bottom of the soil, just kind of give it a little cushion for it to set on. Little cleats are kind of rocky and rough. Put a few rocks here to kind of protect their little fitting there. We'll see if it's going to work. We'll just step on it anyway and break it off. Anyway, that's another project off the list. We'll do a little bit more cleanup right over here. Clean these little rocks up and back drag this area a little. And then we'll be done.